Hi, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. Just sitting here waiting for my pizza cook. It's been a bit of a long day for me. I've been going for like 14 hours so far, and I've probably got another 4 or so hours to go, and I had to get my little daily update in there, and I pretty much don't have anything to talk about. So what I thought I'd do is just go on a bit of a rant and maybe even get some feedback from you guys, really, to be honest. I went out to did an appraisal this morning at someone's house, and it was, to be honest, it was a fair way out of where I normally go. But this is a lady who'd come to one of my opens before. She saw there was like, it was not like any other open she'd been to. There were 60, 70 people there. She saw I sold the house in like, a week or so. She was like, man, that's pretty cool. Can you come and check out my house? Give me some feedback. So I went down and sort of, explained the logic behind what I did, which was really cool. So she understood that, the whole logic is getting heaps of people to come to the opens, create this sort of, buying frenzy where people sort of get in a competition and you obviously just sell it for a bit more than otherwise would sell for. This is the thing that, the thing for her though, she's like, but you don't live in this area and you're not like a local agent, and that's the thing for me. That's what frustrates me a bit. Like, I've spent a lot of time and effort to get to where I am, and to try and, realistically, I've probably spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on studying, training. At one point in time, I calculated I've done more than 5,000 hours of study, right? And so, crazy amounts. I've sold like thousands. I've been involved in like thousands of property transactions. I've done so many things, and so when someone says, but you're not like the local agent, it sort of frustrates me in the fact that, surely people would want the person that's the best at their job rather than the person that lives on the same street as them. So, hey Monica, how you going? A fellow real estate agent. So, and I'm sure they have frustration with this sort of thing too. So, I suppose where I want feedback from you guys is, what do you think I should say to respond to that at the end of the day? And if the logic, I didn't rant on like I'm ranting on to you guys, to her, so I obviously took it on board. But my logic would be, if I'm going to get brain surgery, someone's going to operate on me. I don't want the guy that lives on my street to do it. I want the best person that's going to do it. And why not with your property? At the end of the day, for most people, that's their biggest asset, their most valuable property. The most thing they value. They spent years trying to build up all this savings, and the thing is, between someone that knows what they're doing and someone that doesn't know what they're doing, you're not talking like, thousands, you're talking tens of thousands of dollars, if more. So, surely you'd want the person that's the best at what they do rather than the person that just lives down the street. If you happen to have, Australia's best real estate agent living on your street, that's cool. But don't hire them purely because they live on your street. Hire them because they're the best at what they do, and that would apply to not just a brain surgeon, but also why not with property as well. So I don't know. I just still don't really understand it. I suppose, the response I would have liked to give to her was the response I'm giving to you guys. I didn't really give that response to her. Basically, what I suggested to her is, go and ask your local agent, ask them what they do. What do they do to get a lot of people to come to their opens? What do they do to negotiate to make sure they get top dollar? If all they're doing is putting a sign out the front and putting an advert on the internet and handing out a few flyers on open inspection, if that's all they're doing, then, you really have to question, is that really going to get you the most amount of money for your property? At the end of the day, it's great to, to help out local people at the end of the day, but, this is your money, and so, if you're going to get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 plus $1,000 more, she'd been to one of my opens before. She'd seen that I had, 60, 70 people to open. She knows that what I do is different to what other agents do, and yet there's still this compulsion within her that, but everyone uses the local agent. So I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure what your response to that is, and maybe you guys think it is, using the local agent is the best thing to do, and but I suppose from my mindset, I just can't understand the logic behind that. So yeah, if you write a comment on there, try and explain it to me from your opinion, because I'm obviously coming at from my opinion, and obviously I'm not always right. So yeah, if you can try and explain it to me a bit further and make me a bit clearer, and maybe I can explain to this lady a bit clearer on how she could get over that situation of just having to feel like she has to go with a local agent rather than someone she's considered. And again, it might have been that I'm not the best agent, which is fine, but I just don't necessarily, and maybe she just wasn't being honest, and maybe she just felt more comfortable with another agent, which is awesome too. But I just want to make sure it's not purely based on the fact that the person lives down the street, really. So if you if it makes sense what I'm saying, then click like. I'd really appreciate that. If it doesn't make sense, then click like too. That'd be great. If you think someone might get some use out of, and they're considering selling a house, they're not really sure and they want some guidance on the process, then maybe click on share and share it off to your friends, and they might get some use out of my little rant tonight. So sorry it wasn't as informative as my normal little my daily updates, but I'm learning all the time too, and I'm learning on trying how I can improve things and get a bit better at what I do. So any comments you can put on there, any feedback or any thoughts, I'm happy to take it on board. And if you've got any questions or any things you want me to talk about in future episodes, feel free to put a comment in there, and I'm happy to try and discuss that next time. So thanks guys, I think it's about time for me to go and get my pizza and then get back to work. So have a good day, and we'll talk again next time. Bye.